just a few moments ago, I was actually talking probably with some of you who are listening to me right now in a seminar session here at Circle A. And I gave a story there that I think bears repeating for everybody, and so let's take a few moments. It's about a man by the name of Ignaz Semmelweis. If you were here, I'd ask how many of you have heard of him, but of course I just said his name, so you've heard of him. Anyhow, Ignaz was a doctor in a Vienna, Austria hospital around somewhere in the early 1900s. He worked in the department delivering babies. In his particular section of that hospital, 1 out of every 10 mothers died as a result of giving birth in his hospital. You would see ladies on the street actually waiting and kneeling down, hoping to have their baby on the street before they went in so that they would not actually give birth in the hospital, but could be taken care of, because it seemed that if they went in after the baby was born, they had a much better chance of survival. 1 in 10 is not good statistics at all, and so in another part of the hospital where they also delivered babies, it was 1 out of 50 that died. So they tried to figure out what's the difference between 1 out of 10 here and 1 out of 50 here. They couldn't find any cause for it. They worked hard. They looked for causes, but nothing seemed obvious. And then one day, Ignaz Semmelweis took a vacation, actually a sabbatical, I guess he would call it, to another hospital to observe their procedures, etc. And while he was gone for 4 months, the death rate in his section of that hospital went to 1 out of 50. When he returned, he was delighted with the improvement, but once he was back, the statistics went back to where they were, with 1 out of 10 dying. He was now very concerned because his presence seemed to be one of the key factors. So he continued his research. Here's what they discovered. It was a teaching hospital. And in those days, doctors not only taught, but they actually used cadavers, bodies of dead people, to illustrate to the new doctors what the muscle looked like and what the organ looked like, what the heart looked like. And so these doctors would go from working on the cadavers into the delivery room to deliver babies, never washing their hands because they didn't know about germs in those days. And so in all that investigation, finally it became clear that that was the problem. They began washing their hands after they left. Just one simple process. They didn't have to solve hundreds of diseases. They just had to figure out one thing, and it was wash your hands. When they did that, the statistics went to 1 out of 50, and then it increased to 1 out of 100. What's the point? In our relationships with people, there is a cause for virtually all people problems. We don't have to figure them all out individually. We just got to get one thing right. We'll talk about that the next time we're together.